It's been over a decade since the series finale of the hit family sitcom Reba. But just because a lot of time has passed doesn't mean we don't love wisecracking Reba or her wacky family any less. Let's take a look at what really happened to the cast of Reba. Of course, the sitcom wouldn't have been the same without Reba McEntire in the titular role, Reba Hart.
And there's my sweet little bundle of perfection.
Aw, you can call me Mom.
The sarcastic, fiery redhead was played perfectly by the country star, but McEntire is known for a lot more than the show. Long before acting, the singer had her first #1 single with Can't Even Get the Blues in 1983. Reba's country success continued during and after the show with hits like Somebody released in 2003, Turn on the Radio in 2010, and many more. Recently, the country legend came out with a box set called Revived Remixed Revisited. It's a new project that reworks some of her old classics. Talking about the box set, McEntire told Billboard, "My fans are so loyal and have been with me forever. There's also going to be people listening today that weren't even born when I cut some of these songs." Apart from her impressive music career, the singer has also done a little more acting since Reba. She played the leading lady again in the 2012 sitcom Malibu Country, but the show only ran for one season. McEntire also made history as the first female Colonel Sanders in a series of funny KFC commercials in which she dons the iconic costume, white mustache, and goatee. Fans of the show will remember JoAnna Garcia Swisher as Reba Hart's oldest daughter, Cheyenne Hart. The character finds out she's pregnant during her senior year of high school, and throughout the show, the audience watches Cheyenne grow and learn how to be a mother. Since Reba ended, Swisher has continued acting in many TV shows. Some of her most memorable roles have been in Gossip Girl, How I Met Your Mother, and The Mindy Project. In 2020, Swisher won audiences' hearts again as Maddie Townsend in Netflix's Sweet Magnolias. Swisher shared a heartfelt message with her Instagram followers to let them know the series would be coming back for a second season. She wrote, "This show has saved me in so many ways, and I love that we get to continue telling our story." As far as her personal life, the actor married New York Yankee Nick Swisher in 2010, with her former co-star Reba McEntire as a bridesmaid, according to Us Weekly. The happy couple has since had 2 beautiful daughters. Steve Howey played Van Montgomery, Cheyenne's husband and Reba's son-in-law. Since the series ended, Howey has acted in several films, including Bride Wars, Something Borrowed, and Game Over Man. Many will also remember him for his time on the comedy drama series Shameless, in which he played Kevin Ball, the bartender and neighbor. Fans can also look forward to seeing Howey in an upcoming CBS show. It was recently announced that the actor is playing Harry in the TV adaptation of True Lies. The series is based on the 1994 film of the same name, and Howey is taking on the role originally played by the iconic Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You're fired.
Those are pretty big shoes to fill, but those who've loved Howey since his time on Reba are looking forward to seeing him take on the challenge. The actor was married to Sarah Shahi for 11 years. However, the couple finalized their divorce in June 2020. In a joint statement to Us Weekly, they said, "As we enter into this new phase of our lives, our priority will remain co-parenting our children with so much love, mutual respect, and friendship. And though our relationship is changing, we are committed to continuing our lives as a loving family." Barbra Jean Booker begins the show as Brock Hart's dental hygienist with whom he has an affair. After she gets pregnant, the two get married. Throughout the show, the hilariously ditzy Barbra and quick-witted Reba form an unlikely but heartwarming friendship. While their characters bonded on screen, Reba McEntire and Melissa Peterman, who played Barbra Jean, formed a close connection in real life. They are good friends to this day. Lately, they've also been hosting a podcast together called Living and Learning with Reba McEntire. During an interview the pair had with Access Hollywood, Peterman said,
"It's so much fun because it really is. It's about getting these great guests on that we want to learn something about."
Peterman has also done plenty of work on her own since Reba ended. She's had notable roles as Candy on Pretty the Series, Bonnie Wheeler in Baby Daddy, and Brenda Sparks in Young Sheldon. Christopher Rich played Brock Hart, Reba's ex-husband. After Reba, he had recurring parts in Boston Legal and Melissa and Joey. Like his character Brock, Rich loves to golf and calls himself an actor, director, and golfer on his Instagram. He's even combined his love for the sport and his passion for charitable causes by working with Golfers Against Cancer. His bio for the charity says, "When he's not acting, he enjoys collecting fine wines, playing golf, and collecting and reading books." In 2003, the actor married his wife, Eva Halina, a former Polish Olympic gymnast who now works as an actress, model, and painter. The couple has 2 daughters together. Since Rich suffered from a stroke in 2018, they've worked together with the Center for Neuroskills to share their story and promote awareness. It might shock longtime lovers of Reba that the adorable child actor they remember playing Jake Hart is now 27 years old. Mitch Holleman played Jake Hart, the youngest of Reba and Brock Hart's 3 children. Though quite young, Holleman had already had a few acting roles before he landed Reba. Most notably, he was in the 2000 sitcom Daddy-O as Jake Woods. The show only ran for 1 season, but luckily that left the child star free for Reba. Since the show ended, he's had a few more roles in shows like Shake It Up or films like 2016's Bus Driver. More recently, Holleman's been working as a comedian. You can find info for his shows on his Instagram or catch him on his podcast, Extremely Internet. He and his co-hosts Kyle Anderson and Gracie Todd discuss internet culture and history on the show. Holleman has also made a big step in his personal life. He put up an adorable photo on Instagram to tell his followers that he got married during a small ceremony in May 2020. Isn't it wild that Jake Hart is old enough to get married? Fans will remember Scarlett Pomers as Reba and Brock Hart's intelligent middle child, Kyra Hart, on Reba. Before her role on the family sitcom, Pomers was best known for her recurring part as Naomi on Star Trek Voyager. Pomers was only 12 years old when she started working on Reba. Sadly, the young actress struggled with an eating disorder during her time on the series. She told E! That she developed anorexia at 16. Eventually, her condition became so unmanageable that she had to leave the TV show to focus solely on her recovery. When Reba ended, Pomers decided to retire from acting. In an interview with StarTrek.com, she said she's mostly done with her acting career. Instead, Pomers has been focusing on music, which she said is more of a hobby, and photography, which she does as a career. Anyone concerned about her health will be happy to know that Pomers also said, "I'm probably the healthiest I've ever been in my life." If you are struggling with an eating disorder or know someone who is, help is available. Visit the National Eating Disorders Association website or contact NEDA's live helpline at 1-800-931-2237. You can also receive 24/7 crisis support via text. Send NEDA to 741-741.